Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Millennial Smark, and I'm bringing you the slop, the whole slop, and nothing but the slop. Sorry again for the acoustics. I record when I can, folks. I see something and I talk about it. Although I didn't see this, someone told me in the comment section or on the community post. I'm not going to say his name because he says in the past that he doesn't like it when I, give him credit. Don't know why, but I'm going to respect his wishes. I'm not going to say his name, but someone in the comment section let me know, hey, Devontae, this occurred, and I looked it up, and holy guaca fucking moly, that was absolute unadulterated fucking cringe. I seen the whole damn video. Well, not the whole video, but at least the excerpt. I caught that on Twitter. Oh, Hulk Hogan. He kept disrespecting Shelton Benjamin by referring to him as Benjamin Shelton. Look, let me read the link for you, just in case you didn't see the video, but you should probably go out of your way to go watch it, just so you can have better context, although there's no context really needed. He called him Benjamin Shelton, but nevertheless, though, check it out. Link is down in the description box below. Shelton Benjamin slams Hulk Hogan for repeatedly getting his name wrong. The launch of Real American Freestyle Wrestling has given Hulk Hogan plenty of opportunities to lie, and then they scratched it out and put talk to the media over the past week. In interviews with TMZ and the Pat McAfee show, the Hulkster has used Shelton Benjamin to put himself over. Then they cross that out again. Oh, they're very, very sarcastic in this article. As an example of great amateur wrestlers who went on to have successful pro wrestling careers. Benjamin let one slide, but twice was too much. Shelton had to fire back. Mind you, they're talking about the fact that Hogan kept calling him Benjamin Shelton. He didn't just bring up the disrespect of Hogan not learning his name or correcting his mistake either. Benjamin also reminded the world about the speech Hulk gave the locker room prior to Extreme Rules 2018 while Shelton was with the company when Hulk was reinstated to the Hall of Fame. In that speech, Hogan reportedly failed to take accountability for the racist statements he was caught on tape making and instead focused on warning the wrestlers to be careful lest they also be recording doing or saying dumb, vile things. Oh man, Shelton Benjamin, he put out a tweet referring to Hulk Hogan. You lost me forever with your don't get caught, or as you would call it, apology speech. So rather than screw up my name and pretend we ever had any sort of camaraderie, which we never had, please do me a favor. And he left the meme of Will Smith saying to keep his name out of his fucking mouth. Yeah, it seems pretty clear to us, so we'll leave it at that. And then there was an update. Benjamin's Hurt Business Syndicate Associate, MVP, also has some thoughts on Hulk Hogan responding to another version of Hogan's recent Benjamin Shelton reference. MVP posted this: pathological, lying piece of human excrement. Okay, so MVP, he has some thoughts also on that too. I went out of my way, and that's the end of the article right there. I did go out of my way a couple of months ago when I talked about the whole ordeal with Seth Rollins and Hulk Hogan. And you know what? I didn't say it at the time, but that was a pretty bad video in hindsight when I actually think about it. Because the same approach that I took with the Keanu Carver story, I should have took with that also. Now, do I believe that people deserve second chances? Yeah, I do believe people deserve second chances. Now, I will say, in hindsight, maybe I should take into question the person who is being given the second chance. I seen something, and it's funny because I seen this maybe like a couple of weeks ago. I knew about the situation, but I didn't know to what extent. I seen this video. This was a long time ago, like maybe almost 20 years ago, when Hulk Hogan, his younger son Nick, when he was, I think he went to jail or he was held accountable for some accident that ended up killing his best friend in a car accident or something like that. Someone can correct me. It's been a while since I've actually read up on this. I was probably like 17 or maybe 18 when this happened, maybe even 16. But I seen a video where Hulk Hogan was talking to Nick on the jail phone, right? And Nick was pretty much explaining to him, saying like, oh, they're never gonna get me. I don't know if he said he was a white kid or something along the lines of that. Man, I wish I can actually remember what he said verbatim, but it was Hulk Hogan going along with it, and it was just so gross and so disgusting. Look, maybe I went to bat for Hogan a little bit too soon, only from the extent that it's like, damn bro, he lies so fucking much that it does call into question his sincerity. When I talk about Hulk Hogan, or not even just Hogan, just anybody in general, I like to believe in second chances if it's not something too horrendous, right? Nothing too egregious. It's like, I think everybody deserves a second chance, right? With Hogan, I still don't believe what he did was, super duper egregious, as far as the racist remarks are considered. I still don't believe that. No one can convince me otherwise. I don't let a word hold me by the neck like everybody else does. That's on you if you want to do that. But for me, it doesn't really bother me all too much, as long as you're not coming to my face and yelling it in my face or saying it in my vicinity as if you're trying to throw some shade. Then we have a problem, because that's actually directed at me and I got to stand up for myself. But generally speaking and saying it, especially in private, I don't really care too much. But that doesn't mean that everybody else is going to feel the exact same way that I do, right? And if you feel a certain way about Hulk Hogan and how he said the N-word, I'm not in your body. I can't tell you how to feel. But like I said, I'm a believer in second chances. But then you have to take into context, which I wish I would have said it during the Seth Rollins video. It's Hogan. Right? It's Hogan. Tessa Blanchard also got a second chance for the racist stuff that she said, and I stand behind her also. I stand behind her. But she doesn't have a history like Hulk Hogan when it comes to questioning whether or not he's sincere, because Hogan lies so fucking much. He just fucking lies. He lies. And I think people need to understand, before they come to bat for Hogan and they're like, who the fuck is Shelton Benjamin to go after Hulk Hogan? He's a legend and he's the greatest of all time. All things are true. You can't take that away from Hulk Hogan. You can't say that Hogan is, a horrible person this and a terrible person that, and that somehow discredits his work that he's done for professional wrestling, because, you just be being dishonest, right? You can have, and I hate the way people think nowadays, where it's like you can't have two ways of thinking at one time. You can think that Hogan is a piece of shit and still hold in your mind, just factually speaking, Hogan revolutionized the business. You can have both of those thoughts, people. It's not like Hogan is a piece of shit, therefore it discredits his honor and all this. No, that's not how that works. Just like Benoit. Not that I'm comparing what Hogan did to Benoit, that'd be fucking retarded. Although there are people who actually do that, but it's progressives in the end of the day. You say the N-word, they really think it's murder, so go figure. But with Hogan, and with Benoit, it's the same situation where it's like, I can separate the character from the wrestler. It's just that I'm not going to go out of my way to celebrate him. You know what I mean? Whereas with Hogan, I don't even think it's even bad to celebrate his career. Again, I just don't really feel the same way, other people feel about the comments. Again, it doesn't really offend me all too much. But if you feel like you don't want to celebrate him, sure. But you still have to hold him, you still have to give him credit. And just like on the opposite side, for people who feel like, disrespecting Hogan, okay, sure. But you still have to hold him accountable, right? Hold him accountable. Notate that he did say the thing. Notate that what he did was objectively wrong. And then tell people whether or not you care about it or whatnot. Not to go off on a tangent, I actually got into a recent, I wouldn't say a debate, not even necessarily an argument. I started this thread. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of Destiny, the political streamer. Big fan of his channel. I fucking love his channel. Probably one of the few Republicans to come out and just say it. I fucking love Destiny's channel. I'll get a lot of shit for that. I don't really care. But I'm pretty sure you guys know, if you are within that world, the whole shit with Destiny and, the sending the nude pics and everything like that about the girl and shit. And I said it. I was like, look, I just don't care. It's not that big of a fucking deal to me. And someone was like, whoa, what if it was your daughter he was sending nude pics about? And I was like, okay, I'd be pissed, but even then, it's like, I'd get over it eventually. It just doesn't affect me. the content that I'm engaging with from an entertainment standpoint, it doesn't affect me. And using the whole like, oh, you know, if it happened to you, okay, if it happened to me, I would be upset. But guess what? It's not happening to me. And guess what? I'm still going to be entertained by the person and their work regardless. Just because if it happens to me doesn't mean I'm just gonna be like, oh, automatically it's like when you see someone who's like the best actor of all time, but then you catch them doing terrible shit, and it's like, I'm not gonna watch their movies ever. And because you start watching their movies, it's like, oh, now they're considered the worst actor of all time. No, it's because you stop watching their movies, and your reasoning for doing that has absolutely fucking nothing to do legitimately with the entertainment in itself. It has nothing to do with the fucking entertainment in itself. Hate the person. Okay, hate the player, don't hate the game. I know you heard that before, and if you didn't, that's because you're fucking 12. Fuck, I hate that. I hate the way people think nowadays when it comes to that. The whole disassociating yourself because someone did something terrible. It can be terrible, and you can still enjoy what they're doing. Hell, even with Alberto Del Fucco and all the stuff that happened with the news that came out. It's like, if you like Alberto Del Fucco, go ahead, like him. At the same time, though, don't look at me and pretend as if I'm going to call him a good guy. He's not. And to be quite frank, I can't even tell you any good matches he's had. I mean, that's not me saying that his work has something to do with, you know, the bullshit that he went through, but I legitimately can't think of anything Del Rio has done that was actually legitimately good to me. You know what I mean? But that has nothing to do with his actions. Like, damn, bro. Because there's so many people underneath Shelton Benjamin. It's such cancer. Discourse, internet discourse is pure, unadulterated motherfucking cancer, bro. The fact that I have to go, and yeah, okay, low bar, it's Twitter, right? But the fact that I go underneath the post and I automatically see people doing the whole, you can't say that, Shelton! Oh, he's the greatest, he's the GOAT! It's like, yes, he fucking can! He fucking can say it! Because he's fucking offended! Now, at the same time, he's a pussy for being offended by something like that, but that's my opinion. He can still be offended. Who are you to say that he can't be offended? Just call him a pussy. That's what I'm gonna do. He's a pussy, but he has the right to be offended. And at the same time, for the retards out there who are like, Hogan, you're not the GOAT, you're not the greatest, you're not this, you're not. Bitch, you watch WWE. Motherfucker, who do you think was the catalyst for the whole thing even happening in the way that it happened and becoming what it is right now? You don't have to like Hulk Hogan. You don't have to like the fact that he doesn't do a fucking moonsault through a table with thumbtacks underneath it that happens to be lit on fire that has STDs on the end of the fucking tips. You don't have to fucking like Hogan because he doesn't fit your criteria of what you consider professional wrestling to be. But at least acknowledge the fact that he revolutionized the business. At least acknowledge the fact that if it wasn't for him, whether or not you watched his matches live, whether or not you were even born, whether or not your dad wasn't born, whether or not you weren't even a fucking blood cell, okay, or a cell, or whatever, I'm retarded right now. You have to at least acknowledge that he is what he is. And no matter what offense you take to Hulk Hogan, you cannot change that, nor can you say he's one of the worst wrestlers of all time because of some bullshit arbitrary opinion that you have about him. Okay? That's stupid. That'd be like me. Personally, I'm gonna let you guys know off rip, I'm not a big fan of how John Cena cuts promos. I just simply don't like the way he cuts it. I think he's cheesy. I think, honestly, he's robotic as fuck. I haven't liked Cena on the microphone since his thugonomic days as far as entertaining me. With that being said, objectively, he's a good fucking promo. He knows how to cut a fucking promo. Look, he's consistent. He's thorough. He doesn't fucking skip out on his words. Everything that makes a good talker, John Cena is. Just because I don't personally like it, because the way I engage in professional wrestling when it comes to promos is completely different than the next person, does not mean that outright he's not a good promo. You get what I mean? But no, distinctions in professional wrestling, you can't make that. And if you try to make that, that makes you the odd one now. Fucking skibbity. Okay, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below in regards to how you feel about the content. Let me know how you feel about Shelton Benjamin getting asked her because Hulk Hogan, which is disrespectful. Okay, it is disrespectful. Hulk Hogan saying this man's name over and over again, completely wrong, while at the same time using him as a catalyst to promote his business, while at the same time pretty much, I'm gonna assume, somewhat aware in the back of his mind that, hey, I kind of did say some things that I'm pretty sure I know will offend. Oh, wait, he wouldn't know that because he doesn't fucking know Benjamin Shelton because, you know, he called him Benjamin Shelton. Yeah, disrespectful. Everybody's retarded. Except for Shelton Benjamin. Nah, he's just a pussy. But everybody else, retarded. Stop doing that. Stop being retards. With that being said, my name is Devontae, aka Millennial Smart, and I need to go back to work because I think I'm on the clock right now, and you guys are on the pill right now, and you need to get off the pill, and you need to take your blood-soaked pennies and your blood-soaked underwear, because I know some of you guys identify as men, but in reality you're actually women. I'm going down a rabbit hole right now. I'm out of here. A deuces and a P, eyes, and goon. Stay gooning. I'm not talking about the hockey player.